2, 3. Give me just a minute. No need to be unkind. Even I got a limit. One problem at a time. Yeah, these hills are getting high. The way I'm going, but my wheels are all in line. Yeah, got to keep on rolling. I'm a darkness reaching for daylight. I'm a spring that needs to unwind. I'm a wreck, but everything's alright. Just as long as I can medicate my mind. Medicate my mind. Everybody in a hurry, heading down their own track. Ain't gonna worry, let it roll right off of my back. I'm a stranger to this world, but I keep on growing. Life will try to put you out, yes it will, but I keep on glowing. Yes I am. I'm the darkness reaching for daylight. I'm a spring that needs to unwind. I'm a wreck, but everything's alright. Just as long as I medicate my mind.
Good morning, everybody. I'm the darkness reaching for daylight. I'm a spring that needs to unwind. I'm a wreck, but everything's alright. Just as long as I can medicate my mind. Medicate my mind. Oh, Hey, what's up, everybody? Morning. Well, kind of had my bubble busted. I was hoping to do my fire this morning, but it started raining last night. So it's raining out there right now. So that'd be a no-bueno. So what we got? We got Kiss Off, Matt, Benjamin, Huckleberry, Sophie B. Who loves you, baby? I saw, let's see, who else did I see in here? Miss Teresa Tiger. Scrolling. Yep, looks like Scat Pack was first one. Oh, man. Morning, Miss Angela. Oh, let me turn this on. There we are. Morning, everybody. I must confess, I am so not feeling it. Just, yeah. YouTube asshole. Otherwise, I wish I could just do a radio station on YouTube. Anyone else hear about? No, Benjamin. Man, I ain't heard that name actually in a while. I know. Yesterday? Yeah, I think it was mainly yesterday, day before. Down in Houston, it's been going crazy as shit, isn't it? They let's see, there was a shootout on the highway. An officer got shot in the leg during that shootout, and they finally took that guy into custody. Then there was a shooting at a church that, coming to find out, it was because of guys. Like, there was a guy who had it out for a pastor. So he apparently threatens the pastor of the church or whatever, and he left. And so then they notified somebody, even the deputies come out. Well, they had left, but this other security person had stayed. And so when the dude come back, well, he ain't here no more. And then there was a shootout at a flea market in Pearland, and that was between two guys, and I still ain't figured out. There was 5 individuals, 3 adults and 2 juveniles that were injured. Now the latest thing is one of those juveniles passed away. So who knows, man? That's why you got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to pay attention. Benjamin says, oh, he passed away about 10. Hey, what's up, Hillbilly? Lady Smith. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning, you mother cluckers. Hey, coffee first. Right on, coffee first. It's a coffee now kind of thing. Let me see if I copy these, go to here, go here. Of course, there's a time when I just don't know why I even bother sometimes, but I do. No, I'm just picking on you. Tell you what, there, I get these little things from that little Madison Cawthorn guy. Get updates and stuff, and well, I tell you what, them few little firecracker squads, the little Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Brobart, Matt Gaetz people and stuff, they're going after the salaries of them fucking people now. So that's pretty cool. they're going after Peter Buttigieg's salary, and then that John Pierre little bullshit lady at the podium. Beware of GoFundMe scams. Yeah, I do the other one. What was the other one? Not the GoFundMe sucks. Remember, they're the ones that took all the money and shit. There was a Give, Send, Go. That's it. Use that one, the Give, Send, Go. I'd recommend that to anybody. Got first and speak quiet, frosty here too. Grass and fallen leaves look like they have. I need to increase my phone. One moment. I'm just not planning on putting that much work in this morning. Hey, what's up, Dido? How are you, young man? Hey, Mama Red. Morning, ma'am. Morning, morning. Yeah, I had this nice little clip. I was ready. That's gonna be was going outside, was planning on popping the fire. And then right as I was laying there, I looked and I'm like, man, nah, that's not percentage of rain. What's up, Hutch? I have no idea, Kiss Off. It's been off for so long. I don't know if it timed out or what it is. I don't know. I would have to I don't even begin to know. Oh, it's about time for a haircut. D-Dog's on a mission. Oh, I see. Just use me for my points. Oh, man. I don't know. Me no sabe nada. Let's see. Well, I already did this. I don't have to do that. But I don't know. Let me just. Oh, yeah, whatever. What was I going to open? Sorry, I'm getting there, man. I am getting there. We need some tunes, don't we? What is it? What did I do? Yeah, we don't want it too loud.
Well, I'm mean as gravel, I'm poor as dirt, and I like things better the way they were. Well, I'm strong in the head, but I get things done. I spend too much money to have a little fun. Come on. Here you are, you come around. You want me to settle down, yeah. Before you jump, you need to know it's a crazy thing the way I roll. I ain't changing, I'm a stubborn man. So can you love me
Hey, D-Dog. All right. Good night, brother. Get you some rest. Who we got? We got Roni coming in. Grumpy. What's up, buddy?
I drink milk out your carton and juice from your jar.
I'll just put that in. No, I can't put that one on. I was going to say I put it down there. I'll put it on loop. And seeing, I was going to see if D-Dog wanted to come up. But I know how it is. Them old men need their rest. Morning, Miss Metal. Hoorah. It's all an act. I'm tired as heck and had to drag my butt. Hey, that's where I think that phrase comes from. You got to fake it till you make it. Out of the shade and in the heat. Off your ass and on your feet. Yeah, I kind of got deflated whenever I saw it was raining outside because it ain't even burning the pile thing. Hell, I can't. That means it ain't going outside. My chair will short circuit. Shoot, you got to get them kids up. Actually, they're already up, aren't they? Yeah, because normally I would have probably started earlier. Has anybody heard from Barefoot in Alaska, Miss Dana? I'm wondering how she's doing. Outdoors with Ron. I was wondering how he's doing. I was just in a thinking mood. I have no idea why. So Hillbilly will check his email and Hutch will check his phone. There's that. Hey, what's up, Miss Tina? Unknown challenger. Tim Scott dropped out. Yep. Smart move. I'll be eating a frozen pizza for Thanksgiving. I don't know what we're. Hey, it won't be chicken noodle soup this year. Don't know what it'll be. What's Papa's Farm? What's up, buddy? What the cluck is going on here? Oh. Well, I was going to go outside and start a fire, burn a brush pile down, but that would be a no bueno now because it's raining, which means not only will the wood be wet, but I'll get stuck in my chair. It went on by. Subscription mode shouldn't be on, so just let me know if you see goofy shit. Oh, kiss off. Rescue says you have to update it now. How the hell can we get anything to you if your damn ramp breaks or BB bites your head off? Well, if BB bites my head off, then you don't have to send me anything. And you ain't got to send me anything anyway. Just outside Chicago, I know, Benjamin. I feel for you, buddy. Skepback says, I love cheese balls. I'll be making a few too. Papa's Farm, do you want you want a link through email or on the phone or what? Well, oh, actually, I think all I got is your email. Rain? I know. That's why I ain't knocking the rain. We needed it. We just kind of, I don't know. I guess God's way of telling me to just chill. Oh, wow. That'd be awesome, Mrs. Metal. That would be awesome. No, Papas, I do not think so. Let me double check. No, sir. No, let me, I'll do an email. Let's see. Well, I might have put the wrong date on Hillbilly, so he might be a little confused. All right, there you go. There was a, what's it? There was, oh yeah, apparently some Chinese hackers were using some bullshit Skype account, and they were scamming crypto people. That apparently was going around. Sorry, just one of the little tech things. Okay, there we go. Ooh. So now, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Hey, Grumpy, I'll send you. Oh, yeah, there's Puppies. There you go.
I got you, brother. Good morning, Rescue.
What's up, man?
Can't see chat, so have to be one of those.
There you go. I got you back.
Yeah, I got
And
you.
you'll have my number.
Okay. It'll be kept in the vault.
Roger that. What's up, Metal? We were already graced with Mrs. Metal. Now we got Metal. We got Monty. It's Tina.
What's up, everybody?
And let's see, because I want to. Grumpy was talking about those. Did you hear that the hackers shut down the top 5 Aussie ports this weekend? 50% of all shipments stuck in port. Yep. U.S. troops killed in Syria by Russian missiles. Yeah, and we apparently had some training exercise that went south. Not sure about that.
What, in Australia?
No, out in the Mediterranean.
Oh, yeah.
So that's. But yeah, we had the hackers over in Australia took jacked with the ports. Well, see, and I saw something, a story about up there at the Arctic. So apparently we've slowly lost our grip on our control of that little Arctic part, and so now Putin is fixing to open up the shipping ways. Well, that trims off a lot of travel time through the Panama Canal, all kinds of different shit. And China is already building ice-breaking cargo ships, and so they're planning on using that trade route. That's not good.
But will it be open even with ice-breaking ships? Can they do it fast enough to keep that way open during the dead of winter? I mean, won't that stuff reach about as fast as they come through it? So that means unless somebody else has got ice-breaking cargo ships, only China is the one to be able to move shit through
That's
during
it.
a certain point of the year.
Somebody else has got ice-breaking cargo ships.
And they control the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
So they'll actually, and when you control the trade routes, you can choke shit off.
Controlling some of the food.
That's it.
Morning, Hillbilly.
What's up, Hillbilly?
Morning. Good morning. What's up, chat? Man, it's colder out here than my future ex-wife's heart. Look, like 22,
that was a loving lady.
like 22 degrees out here right now.
They get colder than that. Yes, they do.
Well, I'll be a little sidetracked for the moment. We got to get Metal some prints.
About the coldest.
I fell asleep on the couch with no blanket. Oops, sorry about that. And I woke up on the couch at 2:00 needing a blanket with the wood stove dwindling. So yeah, it's dang. Monday morning.
Yep.
Hoorah.
Got the coffees.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a pretty cool cup. It's a pretty old cup, but one of my previous relationships got this cup made for. Well, y'all can't see it, but it's like me and my dog that I had to have put away a couple years ago.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cute, man. Yeah.
And ironically, the dog and the young lady who had this cup made for me are no longer here.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
And
Yeah, it was
more
crazy.
reason.
It was nuts. Like I won't go into it, but I was engaged quite a few years back. I don't know, about 10 years ago. And so my ex-fiance, she randomly passed away 2 years ago.
Damn,
Same
man,
age
I'm
as
sorry
me,
to hear
man. She went to sleep and didn't wake up. Yeah, it's crazy.
Happy birthday, Money.
Happy birthday, Monty.
Happy birthday.
Bunch of November birthday.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I got a cup here too. Actually, from my aunt in South Carolina, who had a restaurant. It's closed now. It used to say Garden of Eden. She
Oh,
had her
yeah.
own
Yep.
in South Carolina.
Kiss off. Good morning, Sophia. I need some breakfast. So what do we got going on today, gentlemen?
Well, I don't know. I'm stuck inside now. It's raining outside, so can't burn the brush pile. And even if I go outside, I'll just get stuck in the mud.
Right on.
So now it looks like it's an inside day.
I'm gonna lean up against you, and you just lean up right against me. That way we can sleep without our heads in the mud.
Right.
That is a fucking stupid light. I don't like that light. There we go. That's more better.
Go into the light. Hey, Billy, go into the light. Hey, what's up, Summer?
I got to go put some finishing touches on this bathroom I've been remodeling. I'm finishing it up today. They
Nice.
want me to go in and do a couple of extra little things. They got like an outside light they want me to hang. They got a faucet on the inside of another bathroom that they want me to put on. So probably about a half day's work, and it's gonna be an early day for me. Then I start a whole new job tomorrow. So you know how that
Yeah,
goes.
buddy. Yes, sir.
Man. See, I wish I'd see if I couldn't meet everybody whenever I was like active and shit.
All right, rescue. Fucking me and Hillbilly need to get together and just cruise on up to your house one week and just see what we can do about getting that thing straightened out for you.
Let's do it.
Just take a ride on into Texas and slide up there and see what we got to do to get your house straightened out.
Yeah.
I'm down, man. We can do it like a little community fucking Habitat for Rescue mission, bro. You know what I mean?
Say, take up some funds, start a GoFundMe. I mean, neither one of us are real rich people, you know, but if we got the knowledge, we got the tools, and you know, there's half of it right there.
That's it.
If you got the heart, you're halfway there.
Yes, sir.
Time into place, bro. Time into place. We put it to you that way. You know what I mean? I showed up to Missouri with a chainsaw and a fucking trunk full of tree removing tools. You know what I mean? For a brother that needed some help. You know what I mean? Like he had 2 trees that were over his house.
Exactly.
So if we got a dude in the community whose house is literally falling off of its fucking stilts.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, what else is this community about? I mean, other than making fellowship, I mean, let's put some of that fellowship into action.
Hey, Bug Out Adventures.
I'm down. And to be honest with you, in the middle of winter, Texas sounds like a good place to be.
Oh.
We think we could set that up for like February?
Yeah, you might get down to about 36 down here.
Shit. That ain't nothing. I mean, I'm going to Florida in January, so I might as well go to Texas in February. You know?
Miss Rescue be like, those people sleeping in our yards, man.
Well, no, we talked about that. Yeah, we talked about doing a meetup down here in Texas, which Nikki's going to be doing one. I think they're doing one in Centerville. But we had talked about it, and I told her, "Going, shoot, man, I wouldn't care. I'd try to get me a porta potty and just put it out there and be like, there you go, just find you a spot."
All right. Well, we got how many people are in the chat right now?
33.
33. So we've got 2 willing and able bodies to go and perform this task. So between the 3 of y'all that are in the chat, y'all might be able to spark something up, get something going. Let's do this for real.
Hey, what's up, Mr. William?
And I don't want to hear no bullshit of, oh, I don't want no charity, blah, blah, blah. Stop it.
Look at there, Bug Out Adventures. They're in Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all we got to do is just set a date that's good with rescue.
Shit, we might be able to come up with some kind of like thing with ghosts too. Maybe, I don't know. I'm stretching it, but come up with a shirt design, fucking sell some shirts and fucking make some proceeds, go to the House Foundation Fund or some shit. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking outside the box right now.
Yeah.
Rich.
Get some materials together that way. You know what I mean? Some shirts, get some funds together.
Damn, it's cold. My fingers don't even want to work out here.
Did you get your stove lit up?
No.
Why didn't you light your stove?
I don't know. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be here today. I don't really have a job to go to, per se. My electrician is starting on one of my jobs. I got a job tomorrow, but I really don't have anything pressing to do today other than
So then light your heater up so that then your shop will be warm throughout the day while you're there in and out.
Yeah, maybe. This is more important right now. Let me tell you. This will get the blood flowing. It'll warm up the mind. It'll warm up the soul.
You got to medicate your mind.
Yes, I'm cheating. I'm using the roller. I don't give any cares about the judgment.
Oh no, you go right on, brother. I figure that's for all you wealthy, rich elite. You know, that's for them that a global cabal.
It's
you know,
perfect.
You're wealthy enough to just use this mechanical device or roll for you. Next thing you know, you're going to just ring the bell and you're going to have the little servant guy come in with the tray going, here, master.
I paid for this thing out of with the spare change that was in my Jeep. $2.64.
Now we know how the global elite live. They use mechanical rollers. And that's cool, Metal. I used to have some of those big those standing jacks that had just, what was that, like an inch and a half square on the jack head. And you had it was like the good old jack stands where it was just the lever and lock, and you had the 2 little on the side. You put the pry bar in there. I used to have a couple of those. They just became very popular because, that's how you lift a building up.
Oh, like them off-road bumper jacks, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, they're usually, most of them are made out of aluminum base, but then they have like the steel jack head that has the curved teeth on it.
Yep.
And you just stick the big pry bar in there, and then you just push that bad boy down.
Yeah, when you go to release that load, if you're not careful, you will lose a finger.
Yeah, you got that, or you get popped up and bust your head wide open, knock yourself out.
Ask me how I know.
Matter of fact, that's actually the kind of jack that saved the house after the last hurricane, because when it really shifted a lot, that's had to use it at an angle to actually push the house up and back over a little bit to try to get it up.
Is there separation inside of the house anywhere, rescue?
Oh yeah, dude. That's a hell. I could. Well, matter of fact, hell, you can see right there in the corner. That's the sheetrock coming apart right there in that seam in that corner. That's all around. Dude, the whole house is flexed. I'm
I see it
flexing,
now.
man. I'm rolling on 24s.
Don't flex too hard, you'll blow a line.
That's it. I think I'm about to blow one.
Pinch some electricity off.
So you said your house is on like literal stilts, like 6 by.
It used to be. Now it's on blocks, just cinder blocks and pads.
So it's got to be jacked up. The ground underneath it has to be dealt with, and then it can be sat back down.
Well, so what I did, the bid I got, which is like $16,000, and I kind of laughed because I'm like, yeah, okay. So apparently, like half of that was what they were going to do. The repair was to jack it up, and then on the outside runs, they were going to drill down and put pilings, and then put pilings in on the outside things, and then put dog legs going in to help spread the weight out on the outside. But they were going to, and it would have been nice if I could go back, dude, 30, well, yeah, it's been almost 30 years now. This used to be on pilings. Technically, when it was first, this was a Jim Walters home from back in the day in like 1980. This was a Jim Walters beach home, and it was just kind of a kick because we put it in the woods, and it was always cool to sit up on the porch because you're actually up in the treetops and shit, because it's a beach home. We don't have no beaches. We got trees. Well, then as time, 9 of the pilings got rotten. Then it started to cause some flex. Well, I didn't know then what I know now because I was young. So when my mom had the dude come out, he's like, oh yeah, you got 9 bad pilings. The best thing you could do would be to just drop the house. And it's like, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to do that. If I could do that again, it'd be like, oh no, we're fixing to replace those 9 pilings. We'll just go in a little bit bigger and more stout. But I would have kept it up on.
Yeah, see, for me, it'd have been easier just to replace the 9 pilings than it would have been drop the house, because that means removing all the pilings, whereas versus going in there, replacing 1 piling at the time, you got the rest of them helping support. You know what I mean?
So what did I miss in chat?
Starting BS. Who's starting BS?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I was like, what did I miss? I must have missed something. I saw Streamlabs stuff go by.
Oh, I saw some Rhino.
Well, there's a guy named Rhino Nation. There was a channel name. That's a channel name is Rhino Nation. Yeah, I think his little logo is even like a rhino with like American flag behind it.
Oh yeah.
I haven't heard that name in like over a year. But that was, it was a guy that kind of, I think, into the COVID stuff, the election stuff, it's I don't know who he was. Okay.
I got my chicken tractor and my little hens moved yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a dog guy. Something about a dog too. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Shit ain't here. I know that. My peeps got it under control.
What'd you do, Hillbilly?
Chicken.
You say move the coop?
Well, it does look like there's some new. Yeah, look at the new fencing back there where he just opened that gate.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
So he's done some upgrading. Oh yeah, because remember, we used to be over there where he just opened that.
Gotcha.
So he must have upgraded that. I might have to put him on full screen real quick. I'll get a good look. Yeah, because that.
Okay, looks like you run some chain link fencing or something back there.
Now we'll get us an update. All right. So what'd you upgrade again?
Oh, I got my chicks moved into the chicken tractor.
Okay, there we go. Well, we
The
thought the damn fencing was new. That looked new.
No, this chicken tractor used to be back there behind that other coop that was just kind of stored there. So I moved those 6 girls, moved this thing up here so they can acclimate to them. Because when the new chicks come, they're going to need this in a couple of weeks.
Okay,
yeah.
got you.
So everybody had to get moved around.
Hell yeah. I know. I think I'm going to try to make them stationary out there. I mean, I like my coop, but it's if I could have done that before I had to get rid of a lot of my shit, like my welder and stuff, then I would have made some nice little pivots for the wheels. It wouldn't be so bad. But Scat Pack, some of those he does eggs, so he sells eggs, and then some of the chickens that he's got is meat birds. So it's kind of a dual purpose. Some of the chickens are for eggs and some are for meat purpose.
Yep. I'm trying to maximize as much as I can, you know. I still got a big old pot. That chicken broth cooked all day yesterday. Shut it off last night, and I just fired it up again about an hour ago.
Ooh, look at you, boy. So she's gonna break all day.
Yeah, I think there was like 8 or 9 carcasses in there. Like a whole bag of carrots, a whole bag of onions, the whole trinity. Oh, it smells so good. Oh yeah.
Sophie says I need to get a chicken tractor put together. I think I'll order some meat birds.
Oh yeah.
If I had my way, I would have a nice big run, dude. I'd have no problem doing 20, 30 chickens. I would give eggs away. And if I could come up with a little station that I could get up to with my chair, I'd do meat birds. Hell, I'd just sit there and process them and boom, boom, and just like that.
The hatchery I ordered them from is coming from Pennsylvania.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
well, hopefully they're not Fetterman birds.
And they were they were damn near like 60 cents cheaper per chick than Murray McMurray's and Ideal Hatchery, which Ideal is out in Texas.
Tell you what, if y'all don't mind talking to everybody for a minute, I'm gonna walk the missus to the door.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, only if you tell her to have a great day.
Roger that.
Yep, I gotta tell her, hey, from us nuts over here.
Best basic med for what?
Hillbilly, you ever heard anybody talking about after they cull their chickens, let it sitting around in a brine water for a day before they put it in the freezer?
No. Why would you brine it before you froze it?
I only caught the tail end of it. That's why I was asking you. I'm not sure exactly why you would do it yet either or not, but I heard it. You ever watched that Doug and Stacy?
Yes.
Ones that kind of Amish. They were the ones saying it. Caught the tail end of it on their live last night, so I haven't gone back. But I was just wondering if you'd ever heard of it, because I haven't either.
No, I've never heard of brining it before you froze it, but I've become a big fan of brining it, for cooking when you do the turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely would look into it though.
Yeah, they were saying something about it puts a lot of flavor into it. I don't know if it kills any extra bacteria or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. But freezing it would do the same, I would think, as far as killing the bacteria.
Yeah. I have learned that if you freeze, like if you freeze your meat like on a tray before you put it in the food saver bag, you don't get that like frosty type layer on the inside.
Okay.
You know, does that make sense? You're freezing the moisture in it before it freezes in the bag.
So you don't get that like frost buildup inside of it.
Yeah, exactly. I got to go feed this other thing to the chickens. I'll be right back.
Hey, I'm going to check out chat. I got to switch screens. See if anybody heard about that. Huckleberry says he's making chili today with beans. Uh-oh. Be good going out and good leaving. Sophia B. Papa's Farm, usually they sit on ice water for 24 hours before. Okay.
Ooh, there it was. There was the first cough of the morning. Oh, fuck. Man, you ever just sit back and like admire your wood sheds full of wood sometimes?
Oh yeah.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Oh yeah. You look
Flash freeze and then ceiling. Yeah. Yep.
You see my little ghetto greenhouse I made?
Hold on, there's a comment up there I wanted to read. Kiss off. I sure hope you and Papa's can talk him into fixing that rescue. Chuck and I will donate for him. All right, kiss off. So we got to get the gears rolling on this call. No, he's not here, sitting in here listening to us. Let's see if we can get this together. You know, I would gladly make arrangements to travel that way to get this right.
Yeah, same here, brother. Same here. Like I said, I got plenty of tools. Got a way of getting there. I just don't have a bunch of money to be buying materials. So if we can get help with that, still we got the skill.
100%. We'll get something going. We'll do some talking off stream. A couple of people in the chat. If anybody in the chat, you got my email. I think it's on my page, but it's east of the river preppers at gmail.com. Email me and we'll talk.
Yep. Everybody knows mine.
And I'll tell you what, it was kind of a kick. We kind of laughed, and she was more pissed than I was, but I said, well, it's a Monday. So I walked her out. Now she's going down the ramp. All of a sudden she goes, oh shit, it looks like it rained. I said, yeah, it was raining up until, I said, apparently it's let up right now. She goes, oh, well, she crested the angle from the carport to the ramp, and as she did, and her eyes got to the side of her car, she goes, ah, fuck, I left my back window down. So yeah, the back window was down. So the car was drenched, and I kind of laughed and went, hey, it's a Monday. She goes, oh, fucking day.
That sucks.
There you go.
I mean, it was the back window, right? Not the front window. All right.
And luckily, it still worked whenever she got in it. Then because I go, well, hopefully it'll still roll up.
Right.
It's electric windows, and they get wet. Well, now that switch is all wet.
Yep.
Matter of fact, a lot of times Rudy stands on the damn switch. You got to remember to lock the windows. Otherwise he'll stand on that switch. Well, then you try to roll it up, and it's like, oh no, that window ain't coming up for about 5 minutes because he was standing on that switch for 5 minutes.
Well, my pit bull, the one that the pictures on this cup, when I had her, I had a Mazda pickup that had roll up windows. If I ever left the window cracked and like left her in the truck and went in the store or something, she'd fucking freak out, and she'd get her paws up in there and push that window down. She ended up stripping the whole crank on that passenger side door. She'd fucking push that window down and jump out the truck to come find me. It was ridiculous. That fucking dog, man, she loved me. Whew.
Yeah, there could be families just like that. We spoil all of ours probably too damn much, but they protect us. They let us know people are pulling up. They do their job.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she protected me with her life. That dog, she was great. She was great. And she was a rescue dog, and I got her from the girl. She was housing her from a vet, and she was like super scared and super skittish. When I got her, I was living in a camper, and I had a futon as a bed, she'd crawl underneath the futon and get stuck because she was a porker. She was a fucking keg with legs. So I had come home one day from work and she was stuck under the futon and she could not and would not get out. So I lifted up the futon. She climbed out and we went into the living room. I sat on the couch, dude, and she came over. She laid down by my feet and just laid on her back and gave me her belly like to rub, dude. And like that was the moment that like we bonded. Like, you know what I mean? Because for the first like week, she was kind of like, meh, you know. But at that moment, it was freaking awesome, man. It was. And like from that moment on, she was my fucking ride or die best friend.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We used to have one when the kids were growing up, and they used to ride him like he was an American red nose. And when the kids went to school, well, their friends would come over and they'd be playing. Well, his name was Buster, but they all called him Sausage because that's man. He was a thick little sausage on legs, boy. But he was stout, and I tell you what, he could get it. He'd freak people out, and they'd go, "Damn!" And it's like, "Oh yeah, he's a spoiled fat boy, but he can still move."
That's it. She was the same way. She was actually a blue fawn pit mixed with a little mastiff. So she was just fucking solid, dude. But the people that had her before me, just, you know, they fed her a shitty diet. And like, yeah, she was sausage keg with legs, man. But she could move. Yeah, good dog, man.
Well, Rudy's definitely a Riri, and that's because he's a mix of a boxer and a pit. That's not a good combo.
Well, it can be.
I don't know, man.
It can be.
He's smart enough. So he's smart enough. He can nose like the cameras. That dude will literally sit and look at the thing at the monitor if he hears something outside. So he's smart enough to do that. But then the boxer part kicks in because then you can go, come on, you want to do it? And next thing you know, that little ass tucks under. Yep. He gets them damn Scooby-Doo jowls flapping, and he takes off and he'll run head first into the couch. So there's always that. You know, we can go watching the security cameras to running head first into the couch.
They got springs for legs like kangaroos.
Dude, we're figuring out. I told her, go, man, we need to set the phones up to record or something. But because if you mention the ride, oh, dude, you can get him to do this little, he tucks it's the cartoon dog. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's that damn cartoon dog where they got them legs going and the ears are going back and the jowls are flapping. He does that shit, dude. That ass tucks.
That's funny.
Cracks me.
What did you ask about? You asked if we still had the pig?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking asshole's still alive.
I didn't know if you barbecued him or not. Up there he is.
Oh, he's giving guys a little jacket on. Look, he's like, yo, dude.
Like, hey, don't bake. Come on, Daddy. Don't bake.
So is that a leash or a tether that keeps him there?
A tether. It's on a stake in the ground.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I hate that fucking thing. I called him ugly the other day in front of her, and she got so mad. It was like I called her child ugly. And she was mad. She's like, take it back. Take it back. I was like, no, he's fucking ugly. No.
Hey, what's up, Dennis? He's getting the pig fade.
He's such a dick. Like if you wake him up when he's not ready to get up, he's a fucking miserable asshole all day.
Well, I bet you know what? And if we could probably talk to your mother, she would probably tell us that was you when you were a kid and she was trying to wake you up.
Maybe, but that's not what we're talking about here. And what the fuck? Dude, why do you guys do this? Look at this. This is what I come down to in the morning. Look at this. You see that? How fucked up?
Oh, wow.
They drag the pen. Oh, yeah. Like, what the fuck?
like they pushed it in or something, or pushed
Yeah,
it out.
they pull it in. Yeah. Look at Chunky Monkey.
I got you full screen.
Hey,
Pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl.
that fencing that you got there, is it got hollow tubing at the bottom? Or is it
Yes.
closed off?
Yeah, yeah, it is
Have you-
hollow actually. I got to put some rebar in the ground.
They take a piece of rebar, drive it in the ground, and set the fence down on top of it, and they'll keep them from sliding it.
Yeah, they do it like, I don't know. They do it like fucking 2 or 3 times a month. I don't know what their deal is.
Should do take you some rebar sticks and just heat it up a little and bend them, make you some little U things. That way you can just drop them in wherever
Drive
you
them in
want
the
it.
ground.
Drive them down, little pins.
Oof, man, it's cold out here. Son of a bitch. Gonna get me some kindling wood.
Stepback says, "What you got ponies for, hillbilly?" Well, see, he's got this really cool overall plan. You want to tell him about your market business?
My pony plan. Oh, definitely, yeah. See, I'm gonna get me one of them carts. You know, them little carts, the mini carts with the 2 wheels. You hook up to the horse, and I'm gonna ride the fucking mini horse down to the farmer's market next summer, and I'm gonna sell my vegetables and sell my woodworking stuff right off the cart with a horse tied to the tree right on the green.
He's gonna go ride his little ponies into town.
Yep. My Little Pony.
Clippity clap, clippity clappity.
So,
What's the matter?
All right.
Just came inside, have a gimpy Pyrenees.
I'm gonna go get some hot coffee and some kindling wood. I'll be right back.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Well, dang, Lady Smith, I hope he gets to feeling better. No kiss off. I don't need to be doing all that. It's Christmas time for family and stuff.
Somebody better take a picture of that Yankee Doodle situation. Too early in the morning to be slapping people kiss off for such small offenses. I gotta get
Such
ready to head. Oh, I gotta go out here and get some stuff loaded up in the back of the truck.
So you got you a project today?
Yeah, it's like I said, I gotta finish up that bathroom. I gotta get some electrical supplies up in the truck, and the bathroom, all I gotta do is do a little bit of sanding on one wall and a little bit of caulking, and I'm wrapped up in that bathroom. But like I said, they got a couple other little projects they want me to do before I head out. So it's always that way. I go in, they'll start out with one job, and then they find out, oh, he could do a bunch of shit. Then, hey, can you look at this for me?
Well, while you're here,
I've been there. I've already replaced the bay window. This is outside of remodeling the bathroom. Replaced a bunch of rotten wood in a bay window. Fixed it all up with the new window and trimmed out. I've got a ceiling fan hung in the son's room. Now they want me to hang an outside light, and they want me to put in a new faucet in the other bathroom.
Later,
Makes it
Monty.
makes it hard when you try to schedule going from one job to the other, and you kind of set a timeline with everybody. And these other people, they kind of lag you down for about another 2 or 3 days to a week, sometimes even up to a month. But it's a good problem to have. As long as the money's flowing, I don't know where it comes from.
That's true. GTP. What's up, brother? Hopefully all is well up there. Jeep.
Pete, good to see you. Green Thumb, good to see you, brother.
Good to see y'all, man. Awesome. It's a Monday. Woot woot.
Yes.
We're starting another week of shit. And we're gonna push through it.
Oh yeah,
Because that's just how we roll. Literally.
literally.
There used to just be a phrase, and then I decided to live it. Yeah, we were talking, man, it'd be nice. We got one of those all-in-one shower bathtub jugs. You know that shit that was kind of popular to do back in the 90s? You know, you just go get the all-in-one and throw it in there. Well, that's
Sure.
what we did. Totally wish now just had the regular bathtub or something. Actually, it really sucks. My in-laws actually have, as much as I despise the ground that they walk on and the air that they breathe, I must say that when they had their bathroom built, they thought it through because it's awesome. You can,
Yeah.
it's one of those you walk in, you can sit down and have the shower head. You can reach the little nozzle. You can sit there and actually even just wash your whole upper half while you're sitting down.
Yeah. I'm kind of installing something like that in our bathroom right now. I've got the old one tore out, but it was like corner jacuzzi tub type insert type things. Tore it out. I'm putting a walk-in tile shower now that's got the bench in it, and I'm
Yes.
putting one of those big what they call those rain shower heads in the center.
The sunflower.
Yeah, the kind of the sunflower, the square ones, you know, that's kind of like just rain
Just
coming
rains down.
Yeah. Putting one,
I know, man. See, those are just so relaxing, dude.
oh yeah. Putting a bench in there so you can sit down, you know what I mean? We're getting up in age, you know, we don't really need it right now, but you gotta
That's my prepper advice to anybody. And like I've said it more than once, my prepper advice to anybody is one day when you're coming home, stop at the end of your driveway right at that moment and say, if I could not get up and walk from here on, what would it be like? And then you'll see things in a different light.
exactly.
Because you just don't know.
Yeah. Because what works for you at 20 don't always work for you at 40, and what works for you at 40 don't always work for you at 60. You know what I mean? And you got to.
Dude, I rolled my bike in and out
Yeah.
of my shop. I knew the floor was a little wiggly and shit. I didn't care because hell, I just bike goes in, bike comes out. We just walk in and walk out. That's like my grade. Who gave a shit? Then all of a sudden that changed, and it was like, yeah, now it matters. Now it matters.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris says my daughter has a hot tub and she's sick every time she uses it, nose running. I told her to sell the damn thing. I hate them hot tubs. Yeah, they're kind of like petri dishes to me.
The hot tubs, yeah. We had one for the longest time out here in the deck and I laugh and say, hell, that's where my daughter came from. She's a hot tub baby. That's why she followed her right up after her brother, because it was like, okay, we're going to have a break. And it's like, oh, well, you know, everything's still very active. And it's like, oh, look at what happened. Damn. That's how she came to be. But yeah. But see, it's those things are always, you got to check them. That's there. Unless you're going to do the whole day-to-day testing, making sure you are doing the balance thing. Yeah, that's And you know, you can actually see it if you just look at people with outdoor pools.
Mhm.
How many
Yeah.
outdoor pools do you drive around and look over and you see they are mosquito beds? Because it's not really the fun thing this year right now. So I just sitting there and it's like green and gnarly. And so you can only imagine the mentality of somebody that would have a hot tub. What's up, Kush? Love and
They-
blessings. In Jesus' name.
Money pit. Yeah, Teresa, I agree. Rain shower heads are okay, but I prefer to have a pressure washer in my shower with super hot stuff. I agree. I
Well, see, that's why you have the sunflower, but then you have your handheld. Because I personally am spoiled for handheld shower heads, dude. Once you do it, you'll never want to. Man, and ever since I was a kid, we used to go travel. My mom had one that had a rubber head to it that you would put over the old bathtub downspout, and then that was a handheld shower. That was some of the first ones, dude, and I got spoiled quick.
old rubber that would go around the shower head like that, and then it would
Yeah.
compress to the
And
wand.
then you had the handheld. Man, handheld is like the shit, especially whenever you're 6'4", because it's
Yeah.
amazing that some shit from China or Japan decided to set the height of a shower head in a factory thing. So it's like, motels, hotels, all that shit. It's all midget designed. And it's like, well, some of us are up here. Some of us
Yeah.
don't want to have to bend all the way over at the waist to wash our heads.
This shower and bathroom that I just remodeled, that's the kind of shower head they went with, was the big sunflower, but the center pops out. Part of the sunflower, but the wand is.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like a hanger.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen those. Hell yeah.
Like Hillbilly got him some kindling.
Decided to light that stove.
Yeah, I'm getting this stove bill. I'm cold, man.
What?
Shit.
Let's see. I think I'm in stream. Okay, an hour and 15 minutes. So then that means that was probably a good hour ago. I think there was something along the lines of, "Why don't you light the heater?" And then that would be warm in the shop. Yeah, I'm fine. Now all of a sudden the hoodie's up over there, and I'm cold. I'm cold.
Well, you see, if I was actually outside doing stuff, I really wouldn't need the stove. But since how I'm just chilling out, hanging out, I need the heat.
Very true.
Well, you can do jumping jacks off screen,
Right?
or do them on screen. I'm sure Sophie and all them would be totally down with that.
Oh yeah, they want to see the. Sophia,
What's
what
up,
you
Kim's
cooking up?
Creation? Go ahead.
I was just asking Sophia what's she gonna cook up next.
I know, man. Homegirl got the dishes, man.
Man.
One day I'm gonna get set up and I'm gonna get with her and I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna go, okay, what do I need for the bread? And then I'm gonna make sure I have that stuff, and then we're gonna do some little backstage thing or something, or I don't know, but she's gonna teach me how to make bread.
We don't recognize that at all, Hutch. We don't recognize that. Which class are we talking about? Details.
Oh, Hutch is up here. Don't make. Hey.
Well, ain't no protected class here.
I'm offensive. I mean, offended.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I got told right up at like 6 o'clock this morning, you're an asshole. I'm like, hi, nice to meet you.
What'd you do? Fart on her when you got up out of bed?
You've known me for 27 years. You haven't figured it out yet?
Yes. Sophia said that to go there like a chilly willy penguin.
Hey, what's up, Pete? Roman Prepper. Getting that cardio in at the gym.
Oh, yeah. I start
He went down to the range this weekend.
What's that?
He was down at the range this weekend.
Nice. I start back my jiu-jitsu classes tomorrow.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go.
Yeah. See how that goes. It's been a bit.
Man, all you got to do is get you about 10 ornery ass roosters. You can get jiu-jitsu classes every day.
Yeah.
There you go. She says, I just made some eggs, bacon, and toast. Next vid for YouTube. I have something planned, but not saying.
Nice.
She's going to teach me how to make bread. That's what she's going to do.
Get you some real pissed off Jersey Giants, about 10 of them. You'll have all the martial arts class you want.
Yeah, no shit.
Why are people? Okay, so I got a question because I watched Bushido bug out, go to his, and he was talking about the roosters. Why are people so kind of like? Why do they freak out over roosters? Like, oh man, that's a big one. Oh wow. I mean, you just knock the living piss out of them. I mean, it's just that they're
not that tough.
No, they're not.
I guess I don't understand the big. Ooh, no.
Well, because those people are afraid to kick the fucking thing. That's why.
That's football. That damn thing.
I've smacked roosters with a flat shovel, man. You know what I mean? They call it the attitude adjuster.
That's it.
I just take my foot real quick and put it between their legs and lift them straight up in the air like that. Just kind of like. Yep, exactly. Give them a scoop.
Oh shit! Let me get my bat. Let me show you my bat.
Man, this is an old Astros bat from the 70s. Hell yeah. Used to be a tire knocker whenever I drove. Ah, there you go.
Yes, sir.
The Walking Dead.
Damn it, I can't get the camera right.
I got to say, though, I've seen the one problem I've got with that, I've always never quite understood the spiked club concept. It only would really be useful on skinny people, because if you actually use that on somebody that was all fluffy, then your shit's going to hang up. It's kind of like when people duck when they swing and then they stick the axe in the tree and then they're like, oh, it's like, that's it. Well, that's kind of what it seemed like you'd do. If you had it too spiky with your club, you'd go, oh, boom, damn, it's stuck in all that flubber. So it'd only really be useful on skinny fuckers. Otherwise, you get hung up.
Well, I mean, it's easy to outrun the fat people. I'm just saying. You don't really need it for them. Yeah.
Oh.
Hate me if you want to. Fact or fact.
Fluffy people matter.
Cat people smash.
I mean, I like some meat on the bones on my ladies. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to hit them with a studded baseball bat. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it'll be the skeleton shit when I die. I don't need it while I'm walking around.
Well, you could say you're trying to hit them with a studded baseball bat, depending on how you word it. You have
right. I mean, is Prince Albert a stud? It's out for the jury.
Out for the jury for sure.
Oh, and let's see. Kim's Creation said something about a deer hunting story. Hey, what's up, Ragnar Adventures? Morning. Good morning, good day, good evening for everybody that's here. There's Watt. Morning.
Right. I don't know. You ever seen how fast them little dogs can run? Them little 2-inch legs.
By the way, everybody for in chat, just so you know, it is Monty the Full Monte. It's his birthday today. So.
Hey, did Backwoods send y'all a picture?
No. Did you get a picture?
That was a nice one right there. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I don't get a
nice one.
Fucking corker.
It looked like about a 8. I don't know, 6, 8 points.
He said 10.
Is it 10? Like I said,
yeah, but He's got gnome syndrome, so it's probably like a 5, and he just doubled it.
Gotcha.
It
Yeah.
was that big. It's like, well, that's not really that big.
We're always that big on 9 in the scope, you know? Then you get up to it, it's a little spike horn. Shit.
Morning, Miss Sharon.
My season
Cool.
starts Wednesday, so we'll see what happens.
Right.
What is Sophie said? Clearly, it's easy to outrun us with short legs too. Yeah, but I gotta say, people with short legs are fun to watch because there's something about the little short leg motions. It's kind of fun.
You see what?
So you
full
almost want to turn around and run backwards so you can watch them run after you because they get on so fast. It's like, man, work them bad boys. Work them.
I mean, I thought about dating a midget just so I could break up with her and have her chase after me and see it, you know? Woo! Got me. There it is, y'all. That'll be $1.99 super chat. Woo!
You ain't smoking unless you're choking.
You don't cough, you don't get off. Oh, man.
Except Matt, Reese's cups would get me in a creeper van, right? Just leave a trail of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Burp your jars, y'all. Burp your jars. Friendly reminder. Burp your jars.
Burp in the jar. Burp in the jar. Kim's Creation said they got a huge tract of land they're allowed to hunt on because they maintain it for the old owner, and it's quite the ritual for many years. There you go.
Yeah, right on. Yep, I'm excited. I'd like some fresh deer meat on the plate. It's always a
Man,
good thing.
some backstrap or some deer chili.
I just do, for me, I just do steaks or ground meat. If it's not a steak quality cut, it goes into ground meat, and then that's it.
Yeah, I
You
just
make
had a
burgers
friend
with the ground meat?
What's
drop
that?
off some of the
You make burgers?
Either burgers or chili or meatloaf. Venison
I just had-
meatloaf, man, that's a die for.
off some of the ground venison and also sirloin.
Yep. I mix a little pork in mine. I'll get like a cheap pork roast, and it's like 80-20.
So we do a sausage down here. Make some deer sausage. Use pork as a filler.
Yeah. I used to do sausage back in the day. I used to hunt with like a big group of guys. And I mean, we'd shoot fucking, 15 to 20 deer in a season. So we had a lot to go around it with many hands make light work.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to do a couple of deer by yourself, it's time consuming, man. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of steps to it. So I just make burger out of it.
Oh yeah, back in the day when the kids were growing up, man, with one of the best friends I had back then, it was all about filling up them freezers.
Mm-hmm.
So it was with everything. And
yeah, I remember like pictures of like my stepfather and my grandfather, up in Vermont, back in like the late 70s, early 80s, and they'd have, at hunt camp, they'd have a dozen deer just hanging in trees, you know what I mean? Like it was about filling the freezer. That's what they did. I mean, shit, the house that they lived in, which I ended up buying when I was 21, when my grandmother passed away first, then my grandfather passed. But the original house was like a 10 by 10 hunting camp that grandma and grandpa had. And then she got pregnant, they added on. She got pregnant again, they added on. She got pregnant again, they added on. You know what I mean? So like the house up there it was insulated with newspaper.
There was something. So Kim's Creation, I guess, when they went hunting, they split up and go to their stands and hunt and nap. I guess my baby brother got a shot with an arrow and couldn't find the deer. So we went out and got my older brother, and they went back and tracked the blood, and the blood just stopped with no deer in sight. And that really upset my little brother because he's very passionate. So they went out again the next day, and Randy said they went up and down the valleys looking for this deer and could not find it. Damn.
Probably just fine. Probably just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, Lady Smith, I don't grind just the whole rest. Like I'll take the front shoulders, those are all ground. The hindquarters, I'll dissect those hindquarters because you get I think it's called a top round. You get a really nice, good piece of meat in there. And you dissect that and take that apart. You can clean it up into like, depending on the size of the deer, but you usually get like an 8-inch by 8-inch nice piece of meat. And you slice that across the grain and you get yourself some like 3/4-inch steaks out of that. That's
Damn, Metal said he just tore down part of a barn that was insulated with straw.
No shit.
Yeah, that's an old one there.
I mean, to tell you, son.
That's cool.
That's back in the day.
I mean, like Hutch's boy, they're using cardboard up there to insulate the walls. You know what I mean? Like whatever works. Work with what you got, where you're at.
Oh.
Oh, what you got, Grumpy? I'll have to pull that up in YouTube. I can't do shit in StreamYard.
Okay, all right. Get something, yeah.
Oh, it's Grumpy. More new additions. Oh.
Be right back.
Roger that. All right, well, let me put that here and here. Let me go here.
The Grumpy's got additions going on.
The missus made it.
Good.
Yeah, kind of like it whenever I know. So let's see. So Grumpy's just shared this link. I got to see. Bam. Bam. It's a dang short thing, so I can't rewind it, and it was already playing. So,
yeah.
A big breakfast. And they are so stinking cute. Look at these two little things. Look how tiny he is. It's a brisk fall morning. Came out to feed the animals. Look what I found. Lola finally had her babies. She looked so relieved. She just got a big breakfast. And they are so stinking cute. Look at these two little things.
Look at that.
Look how tiny he is.
That's cool.
That's cool. Additions.
It's a brisk.
Hell yeah.
Those are goats, right?
Yeah, that's Grumpy's. Way to go, Grumpy.
Man, we used to have little goats before we got the permanent pen built for them. We had a little temporary pen. They kept getting out. Man, they're bad about getting on top of your vehicles and dancing.
They like to climb on shit. Oh, hey, there we go. So Kim's Creation said my little brother insisted for the third day he was going back to that spot and he was going to look in this Y area for this deer. Till Randy said they went up and down these valleys again. Sure enough, my baby brother found that deer alive, running around with the arrow sticking out of it.
Damn.
Yeah, I believe it. They are resilient as hell.
Well, sometimes, it looks like, oh, yeah. And it's like, well, yeah, you made that, but you didn't hit anything vital. So it's like,
The
and
flesh.
then they're gone.
Well, did you guys see that video floating around that's right out of here in Connecticut? It was this guy had a truck up for sale. It was like I don't know, Chevy pickup, extended cab, like Denali edition or something like that. Had it up for sale. A guy was coming to buy it, and this deer ran across the road, across the yard, jumped over another vehicle parked next to it, and then slammed right into the bed of the truck, folded that thing right up, and then got up and fucking boom, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that floating around?
Just out of nowhere, shoots over the whole, clears that whole thing, and then literally straddles the bed of that truck in the gut.
You seen the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in fucking Connecticut, man.
Well, the missus saw it and brought it in, going, "Oh, check this out," and I was like, "Oh, wow." So more than likely, it was on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because she hangs out on Facebook a lot. Later, Eric, got to go pay the mortgage payment. That is cool, Grumpy. That's it. That's a good Monday morning thing right there. Look at there.
Yeah, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you guys hear that thing sucking air?
Nope. I mean, I can try to turn you up.
I'll put the thing closer.
Nope. I even turned it way up loud.
Just sucking
Probably
right.
the echo cancellation thing is probably taking it out, detecting it as a background noise.
It's live. It sounds like a small jet engine in here.
What is it?
It's just the stove. It's sucking. It's sucking so much air. Yeah.
That heat induction.
It needs to heat up in here. That's what it needs to do.
Yeah. Grumpy says, still don't want to go to work. I know.
Yep, those Monday morning blues.
Luckily, the missus went out there. She opened the door on the coop. So I won't get stuck going out there for that shit. Somebody give me a little path.
It's kind of my Sunday. I worked all day Saturday, so yeah. Kind of treat today as like a Sunday.
Man, yesterday I just kind of zoned out. After I shut this down and my good little old buttered up toast, I just said, oh, shit, put on some music. And next thing I know, it was a couple hours later.
It happens like that. Time is going fast, man, the older you get.
Well, it's just, I got to say, ever since the missus hit that little Hispanic dude up at Lowe's for that pistachio butter, I've managed to acquire some few hours of really very restful sleep. So
Yeah, last night I filled up the I had a bunch of shit in the wood box. That became like Usually the wood box becomes an oversized junk drawer during the summer months, because it's pretty big. I don't know. It's like 4 feet wide and 32 or 34 inches deep and, 4 feet tall. So I got to clean that out yesterday. It basically had all my harvest party stuff in it and filled that wood box up, man. That's a nice feeling. Lately, I've just been bringing up wheelbarrows full of wood, up on the deck.
Oh, there you go.
But the feeling to just like walk over to the wood box and grab an armful of wood and throw it in the stove instead of going outside. Oh my goodness. But it takes a lot. I'm trying to come up with something. I'm going to try to find like a treadmill or something free on Facebook. I want to
auto feed.
Yeah, I want to make a conveyor belt that will go up the stairs because I got to bring it all the way up the deck stairs, and that's just it sucks.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm actually looking for one of the the electric fucking hay conveyor belts.
Guys, I'll be right back.
All right,
man. But nobody's giving those away for free, and they're not cheap. So the only way that would actually benefit me is if I pursue the firewood aspect of the business, and then I would use that anyway to load up a truck. But we'll see.
Hell, all you really need is a motor and then some kind of belt.
Build a lift from a power hoist. I probably could do something like that, right? Just build like a hoist on the side of the deck and then hoist up like a container. Probably do something like that. That's not a bad idea. I didn't really think about that.
Yeah, do a lift.
Yeah, instead of a conveyor type. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
It'd be easier with a lift because then you could just make you a basket. No, I mean you can make it as big as you want, almost like a man basket if you wanted.
Yeah.
Then all you got to have is a single arm, and then just a motor to pick it up and lower it. So it kind of limits it. Otherwise, you'd have to do the whole band, and you'd have to have all the cleats, and you'd have to maintain all that. Yeah,
I've actually already got a 12-volt winch that I use to hoist up the deer.
Oh yeah.
So I could fabricate something with that too.
Oh, there you go. Hell, you just need to come up with you an arm then.
Right. Yeah.
Ride it up and down, and that's it.
See how much longer I'm going to be here. We'll just leave it at that.
All right, I got you.
Trying to find.
I understand more than you'd realize.
Yep.
I just had kids. It makes a difference.
Sophia still in the chat?
She's probably doing some cool shit in the kitchen, but she might be listening.
So the meat birds that I ordered, they're from Myers, Myers Poultry Farm, and they're in South Folk, Pennsylvania. So if you're interested in that, they were pretty cheap. I got them for $2.13 a bird.
Oh, there you go.
So
yeah, I just needed some rejuvenation. I think I just need to. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
No, it wasn't. I cut you off. It couldn't have been it. Otherwise, I wouldn't feel so satisfying at cutting you off.
I was going to say, so like there's $2.13 a chick. So by the time they're ready to harvest, it'll probably be about $10 total per bird.
Oh hell, there you
go. And I'll get between an 8.5 to 10.5 to 11 pound bird.
Oh, there you go. Grumpy said he knew a guy that mounted one of the lift arms from a truck bed onto his deck, and then that's what he would.
That's what I had in mind actually. After you said that, that's exactly what I envisioned is one of those arms.
Well, hell, and you could go up, and if you can mount something up high enough, wherever the highest part is, then you can take it on all the way up to there.
Yeah. And I have a spot right there on the edge of the deck where it's got like those bluestone things. I can back the trailer right up to it, or have the thing there to load up and then lift right up.
Yeah, well, all you got to do is load it and lift.
That's it. Yeah, that's I like that idea. It's warming up nicely in here now.
See? Don't you wish you had done that about an hour and a half ago?
Yeah.
Rescue, you remember how it was when we were young? Couldn't nobody tell us shit either, because, you know.
Big-headed like a mule.
Well, we just all got that mentality that we're invincible, you know. That's kind of how society sets it up. That, matter of fact, it kind of touches into what Hutch was talking about on his video. With, you know, men having to be tough in society and just have that outer shell. You know, it kind of goes to our head at sometimes, because that's how we stay in the zone with it.
Yep, very true.
Yeah, I think that's why whenever I first started doing this, I caught a lot of backlash at first, because I'm one of those weird anomalies. I have no problem telling you exactly how I feel, how I got there. I done been the gambit. I don't give a shit no more.
See that Federal Aviation Tower?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the bull right there working them fields.
What are you doing?
Do what?
Don't drive your truck into that tower.
Yeah, it's kind of like a road sign for airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
It basically gives them GPS coordinates of where they go and where they don't.
Dude, I heard this cool ass little story, and I was like, damn, I did not know that. But, so, way back after the World War, I think it was World War I, with the planes and stuff we had, well, the Postal Service started to use the planes to carry the mail from, across the United States. Well, there's literally land markers, and you can look at Google Earth, and you can see them across the U.S., but there's land markers, and there's arrows that are actually designed with land masses, and they're in arrows to let the planes know, because it was back before we had all the radar and it was at the beginning of the planes, the flight. And so it was like, damn, I did not know that, but I wonder how many of those structures have been found with stories behind them, like, aha, the Anunnaki.
They've definitely got some no trespassing signs all around it. They got cameras all around it. And from what I understand, because once in a while they'll drop off some 5-man special forces teams, and they'll have like a fake missile silo set up there for them to protect for the next 3 days. Somewhere within that 3-day period, they're supposed to get attacked. You know what I mean? But they don't know when, so they generally stay up for 3 days, night and day. At least one of them protecting while others rest. They do it in shifts. But you'll hear them when they get attacked. It'll just happen like in the middle of the day, middle of the night, just go off. But they'll go up over there and set up, because it is considered federal land. That one little spot sitting in the middle of that field, federal land.
Okay. Well, anywhere they stake their ground.
Yep. But from my understanding, that room's just full of guidance and computers, kind of machinery.
I wonder what's under the ground there.
Exactly. They keep the little building locked up with a very thick steel reinforced door. And like I said, there's cameras around, so there's no telling.
Yeah.
But isn't it funny how stuff like that, right? It's federal property, but all the shit that we paid for as taxpayers, but it's under lock and key and you don't have access and you can't know
Right.
what's in here.
Exactly. You know, I've said it for a long time. It's like because we do the government through our taxes. They're paid.
I didn't hear a word of what he said.
Broke up. Figure we're just in a travel spot. He'll rejoin us momentarily.
He got too close to that Federal Aviation Tower and they didn't like that. We're going in for pots number 3.
There you go. Well, you know, I don't mind the military having secrets because that's kind of how you can be most secure, you know, because you can't vet everybody. You know, it's like we're 330 something million people. You can't vet everybody. So I'm okay with some secrets, but I'm only okay with the secrets as long as we're going to maintain the moral compass. See, this is where it all went wrong. We never maintained the moral compass while we decided to do so many things. And so that's how we end up involved in all these stupid ass World War shit, because we end up with some little 3-letter agency that decides to go over there and create ruckuses so that we can perpetuate the war machine. Because it's business. It's no different than building houses. If you're a construction company owner, and that's your business is to frame up houses. This is where you make your money. Well, then you're going to want to hook up with developers, you know, and it's because they're the ones that are getting the land. Well, okay, so you're going to take them out to eat. They're going to get the Christmas turkey because you want to be on their top list when they go buy that chunk of land. You want to be the one. Well, if you put that same mindset into the war machine, that's what's happened. And then over time, corporation taken over. So it's even bought up the smaller guys. So it's consolidated down to 3 main contractors for our defense. Well, if you're the politicians that pass bills and funding for those things, then your family's buying shares in those 3 companies. You're going to want them to do very successful business so that your family makes plenty of profit on their shares.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's up, Ohio? Morning, ma'am. She says, lots to do today. Been lurking, but need to get my day started. Need to get some framing knocked out. There you go. Motivational Monday.
You framing, girlfriend?
She be framing.
That's what's up. How big is your hammer, Ohio? Mm-hmm.
Shit, I got an old school E-swing.
I got an S-wing. I got a couple of California framers. If I'm doing trim work, I like my little 20-ounce S-wing hammer. When I'm framing, I like that 24, 26-ounce wood handle. Yeah, like 2 whacks, dude. Spikes are in.
Oh, I like my steel handle E-swing. I can drive them 16 pennies in about 2 hits. A tap and a schmack.
One of the old ones.
Oh, there you go.
What's this one? So far, it's so old I can't even read it. I think this one's a 24. But I like that slight curve in the bottom of the handle for your. It helps with your wrist. You know what I mean?
My E-swing's like that, only it's a metal handle.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Monopolies are illegal. Supposedly, Lady Smith, supposedly only when you enforce the law. When you really think about it, most laws, everything is legal until you're caught, and that's what makes it illegal.
What's illegal?
Whatever you get caught doing. She was talking about monopolies are illegal, because that's what we did back with the oil barons. They supposedly were breaking them up, and nobody paid attention. Hey, morning, my Skydive 11. She said, good morning, y'all from York, Pennsylvania. Well, Papa's farm is coming up. I don't know how this will work. It's a big white screen. Let's see. Now he's spinning. He's a buffering. Amtrak is a monopoly, yeah. Well, we never, I don't know, man. We got to get these politicians. We got to change out the herd, man. We got to change out the flock. This flock is fucked up. Pardon my French, but the flock we got of politicians right now are totally corrupt. We got to change the herd. This off says rescue Chelsea past her finals, A's, B's, and AC. 12 more months of school. Right on. Hey, morning, Miss Emily. Welcome, everybody. What's up, the dude? It's Monday. Days don't matter, but I guess they do. How's all? Well, I don't know what the little drawing things are. StreamYard doesn't do them right. There's an icon, there's an icon, and then the game was rigged.
Damn.
So I can't tell what this says. Don't forget to burp them jars.
Jars are burping. Jars are burping. I'm just doing my whiteboard notes so I can get myself organized here a little bit mentally.
Lady Smith says accountability is, as Rescue said. That's it. Man, I'm telling you, if you could just bring back a basic layer of accountability, just basic accountability, would change the dynamic of so much shit. Because it's literally, you listen to the way people talk and the rhetoric, word definition, the meaning of things. Everything's getting flipped upside down. And it's like, no, your yes needs to be a yes and your no needs to be a no. Some things are just yes and no. Whether we like that or not, it is what it is. Daytime is daytime. It is what it is. The dude says, ice me in the desert and then tell me game was rigged. Oh, I got to say, man, I saw the funniest little interview with that Carrie Lake chick. She's a pretty cool little lady. I got to say, I'd like to meet her. She seems pretty legit. She's one of those that did the whole TV thing for like 2 decades and then finally was like, y'all are actually full of shit. And, but I was watching this interview. I didn't even know Showtime has apparently a show called The Circus. I don't even know why you do an interview with anybody from a show called The Circus. You ought to know where that's a setup. But dude, it was just, yeah, there's people so ignorant, and I think it's an intentional ignorance because you'd almost have to be intentionally ignorant on the election nowadays. So much has come out, even trickled out through the cracks to know that it's like, yeah, things were not right,
Right. And there's so many more sources now to get all this information. When it used to be, you only knew what you saw on the news or read in the newspaper.
Yeah.
Now there's 500 other ways, and that's probably on the light side, you know.
Right.
Thousands of ways, thousands. It's crazy. You can't hide from anything these days. Like whether you're in the political world or even on the civilian world. Like there's some of these videos that I watch where they're catching people doing things that they shouldn't be doing on the internet. And guy tells them straight up, like, dude, it's not easy to find you. Like Truth Finder, it's like, or whatever it is. Like if you know somebody's name, that's it. Like you can find out all kinds of stuff, and you can literally be, next to a moron and be able to find this stuff out by hitting the right buttons. So you can't hide from shit anymore.
No, this whole digital age, not only did it allow a platform to create whatever narrative you want, but it also became a collective. Because in all honesty, dude, it's like even the proton mail, and they talk about encryption. The minute you send something, it's a data packet, and if you understand how the data being transferred, the minute you're doing anything, it's just a data packet. Anybody can go out. You can actually go hook up into a damn trunk line and pull information. So it's kind of like locks on your door. A deadbolt on your front door is only made to keep an innocent person innocent. Because if they're really wanting in there, they're going to get in there. The deadbolt's not stopping them.
Right.
They'll drive a vehicle through the damn wall if they want in, they'll get in. So,
right. Well, isn't it funny that most like front doors, right? Yeah, you got a lock and a deadbolt, but most of them have a glass pane right there. You know what I mean? Like, so you smash the glass, you can undo the deadbolt. You know what I mean? It's like the locks.
And now they try to. Well, and think about it. They try to encourage you not to do the double key side, because then they try to say, "Oh, that's not safe." Well, no, actually, that is safe. And it's like, well, we've always done here. And I'm just going to be in a general way, not that it makes that big of a difference anymore, because we got Rudy, we got other things, and it's kids ain't little, but like when we were here, because we had a glass pane thing, but we had the deadbolt, and it was a double key deadbolt. Well, the key on the inside, it had a hanging spot away from the door. Kids knew it. So if something needed, you got to go out, you grab that key, and that's how you unlock it from the inside.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Look up Joseph or the Third Reich and how he created the machine. What machine? I don't.
And what I'll do, like I've done it in definitely in the house, but in my condo that I had, and if I do work on somebody's house too on the door, you take out the original. What up? Oh my God, he's in public.
What's up? So you decided to go out into public, huh?
It's laundry day.
Ah. So you already got them washing?
Yeah. Just waiting to put them in the dryer now.
Word.
So the dude says a news propaganda machine, how it works. Look at Mad Million. Go to
How's your fancy life doing over there? Is it nice? Is it working out?
You talking about the shitter?
Yeah, I wasn't throwing like everything out, but yeah. Did everything work out?
We don't have a heater in there yet, but it flushes. So, I mean, second world living, baby. What y'all know about that?
Yeah.
Now, how is that going to work? Because it does get cold enough to freeze where you're at. So are you going to end up with a time of the year where that's all going to freeze up out there?
More than likely, probably. But like, I'm gonna put a heater in there today and run water lines and do all that other shit. But we still got a couple weeks before we get to where it's like stupid cold. We're still in the 50s and 60s for the next 10 days, pretty much. So,
Oh hell yeah,
it's a rush, but it's not a rush. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I got
Right
you.
on.
Yeah, I got to wrap the damn pipes at some point before we start get a little freeze. Elusive, what's up, brother?
Good morning, Elusive.
What up, chat? Anybody who's in live chat, anyway, if you're in top chat, don't listen to what I'm saying. It's not for you.
Do the exact opposite.
Lady Smith says, best be eating some honey, Hutch, the schnauzels.
It's almost gone. This is day number 3 of feeling like shit, but it's almost gone. So
The dude says, hard freeze is coming as the earth is tilting. Everyone is on the winter kick. Well, isn't it kind of the winter season? I thought it's always what's kind of happened around that November, December kind of shit. I don't know. Ever since I was a kid.
usually when I think of winter, I think of freezing. It's funny how that works.
Well, I'm one of those brainwashed people too. I grew up watching shit like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman and actually having holidays and shit.
Oh, you mean when
Stores
when
actually
people
closed
say-
down.
When people used to say Merry Christmas?
Yep. And you
Not-
actually closed the stores down on Sunday so that all the families could actually spend that day of the week together.
Well, that sucks because that's the best shopping day.
Happy holidays.
No.
Sunday is the best shopping day. This
No.
country wants people to work on a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, but yet they only want to give you one free day to go out and do some shopping. That don't make no sense. Why ain't shit open on Monday? Why ain't car lots open on Monday? You notice that shit? They can't sell a car on Sunday or Monday. It's fucking stupid.
Why?
I know why. Now ours is open on Mondays, not
I never
not
heard
on
that.
Sunday.
It's not like a legality thing. It's more of a, hey,
Laziness
our guys
thing.
need a day off too. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You commission son of a bitch. Sell me a car if I want a car. Get your ass to work. We live in a 24/7 world. There should not be a day off.
See, but that was our problem. We went to a 24/7 world.
No,
Because in order to
I can-
maintain that 24/7 world, we had to have all this fancy foo-ha-ha shit to keep things rolling.
I know I'm not that old, but like I remember when grocery stores on Sundays would close early.
Damn Skippy.
Stores would like all Caldors, right? They'd close early on Sunday, right? Like I remember that. Now they're fucking all those stores are open till fucking 8, 9, 11. You know what I mean? It's stupid.
Hell,
Shit.
some of the places don't even close, dude. It's just 24/7.
Well, that I will. That I
I'm
will
gonna say
say.
it's where you
Very
live,
much.
though. Because like where I'm at, everything shuts down at 9 o'clock. There ain't shit open at 9 o'clock, no matter what day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So I guess it's like demographics. Yeah.
Hardware store closes at noon on Saturday. Doesn't open again. You know what I mean? Like little shit like that.
Oh shit.
It's very inconvenient.
Yeah, you have to plan for that. See, somebody like me coming out there would be all fucked up. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's 3:30 Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna run to the hardware store." Nope.
You
Nope.
don't drive 20 miles just to turn back around.
That's it.
You're either stuck till Monday or you drive 100 miles to the next
See?
hardware store.
Now, think about what you just said, and then you take that word prepping in mind, and all of a sudden you can start to see how some people might not see prepping as the same because it's just a way of life. You don't make countless trips in 25 miles into town just because, you know what, I'm going to get some bread. Let me go drive 50 miles, 25 in, 25 back. So you just think different. That's all. By the way, Rabbit said it's lakelet time living, Hutch. Sunday and Monday are our weekend days.
Well, I don't like it. Every day is a weekend to me. I homestead. Shit. Sunday is just a Tuesday to me. Every day is exactly the same.
Oh, exactly, dude. Dude says, I agree, 24/7
That
world
I
on
am
car
jealous of.
dealerships. I'm tired of watching people steal vehicles off the lots on TikTok. I personally think they do it cover their losses. Well, yeah. Why do you think there's no armed security there on this supposedly valued lot that has all this loan value attached to it? You would think anybody else that sets out, $1 million worth of product out here or $500,000 out onto a parking lot would want to monitor that. But if there's insurance that covers it, whatever happens. Now all our insurance rates go up because of shit like that.
Well, I'm saying 24 is going to be insurance companies are going to get a bailout from the government between all the natural disasters, all the trains and semis that have been getting robbed over the last couple of years, all the businesses that are burning down.
They're too big to fail, man. We got to have insurance. They're too big to fail.
Yeah, they're passing that shit off to you guys. You notice a change in your car insurance rates and all this other bullshit because you got to pay for the dumbasses.
That's it.
But you can't not pay because it's government mandated that you have insurance, which is fucking stupid.
I don't know, man. I got mixed feelings on that myself. But then, I've been run over, so it kind of puts a different perspective on things. Because I got to say, I used to be one of those people that was like, okay, they just say legally you got to have minimum liability. In Texas, that's all you got to have is minimum liability. And you say, oh, okay, well, that's not so bad. $10,000. Yeah, cool. Well, you do that, but then you get run over. And when you get run over, you realize that the life flight alone was over 10 grand. So now you end up with $500,000 worth of medical bills. And you're kind of going, well, don't they have to cover that? Well, their policy is only to this. And dude, that's literally what happened to me. Their policy maxed out and they had nothing. So there were no assets to go after.
Right.
So you don't have, so you guys don't have like an uninsured motorist?
Yes, you can get that. You can get uninsured, but see what I was talking about is the minimum, like the legal minimum liability that most people run around with is minimum liability coverage, which is just $10,000. So you plow into somebody, your insurance company will pay $10,000, and then that's Jesus.
That. I think mine on my Jeep is like 75,000 minimum liability, and then I have, I think, a 75,000 or 90,000 uninsured motorist, but that's a requirement here. That's not an option.
That's only a requirement. It's only a requirement here if you're financing the vehicle, and it's because the finance company makes it mandatory because they want to cover their property that they're financing.
See, that requirement here is a full coverage. If you're leasing a car or whatever, or paying finance it has to be a full coverage. But if you own it, you just can have liability.
Right.
That was my big mistake.
The uninsured, it's like part of the insurance policy. Yeah. It's not like an extra charge. Well, it's like
that's what we got on hers. We've got uninsured. She's covered basically no matter what happens. So if somebody hits her and they don't have insurance, then ours is going to take care of her. So with the car, but with my bike, matter of fact, dude, I remember the day out because it was the first time I'd ever rolled off the showroom floor with a brand new Harley. I had never done that before. I'd never had a brand new bike. And so the anniversary edition was the first time. And I'm like, yeah. So it was brand new. Well, dude, I rolled out and I literally told the dude, and they were like, well, do you want uninsured? And I'm going, dude, where I'm riding, I'm in the woods, man. And I'll be damned, that's where I got ran over, was in the fucking woods. In the little town is where I got ran over. So it was all my stupidity.
I have a separate insurance policy for my ATV. It's not through the finance company. It's a separate policy, but it covers theft, certain damages, and there's part of it that covers bodily injury. And I think that was like $350 for a year.
Oh, that ain't shit.
So, you know what I mean? Like, that was worth it to me. If I got hurt and I busted my arm, it covered, I think, like 25,000 or something like that. So, if I was out of work or something, at least I had some kind of coverage,
Huckleberry cracked me up. It says, we'll all have insurance ads by the end of the day.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And that's it
Hey,
exactly, Emily. You're paying
I'll
for
be back
everyone
in a
else's
minute.
screw ups. Go
I'll be
ahead,
back
Hutch.
in a second.
Okay.
Well, I will tell you. I mean, we'll talk about insurance. I don't want to get on the fucking whole rest of my appearance here, but when I rented that car to go to Missouri, right, the first time I rented a car to go to Pennsylvania, I was like all nervous and I the whole deal. Yeah, insure me for this, cover me for that, blah, 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 blah. This time, I was like, nah, fuck that. I'll use my own insurance. You know what I mean?
That's it. I don't need you tacking on all that shit.
Dude, it would have been like an extra $260 because I had the car for a week.
Yeah.
And it was already.
Oh, that's how they get you.
Out. Yeah. I was like, no, I'll just use my own insurance. I was like, I got a good driving record, right? And then, right, I come to find out this fucking car drove itself. Shit. Man. That shit was cool as hell. We only trusted it a little bit, though. There was no full trust.
Dude, I'm telling you, and that's something else. I've been watching some of the tech stuff that I watch. And people don't take that into account, but it's like you hook your phone up to the car. Well, that means your car and the car manufacturer and anybody that has access to that firmware, they have access to your phone. And they actually are gathering because your phone actually syncs up to the car. Well, when it syncs up, that means that car has access to your email and your text message and your contacts.
Yeah, but you could put your phone in what is it, incognito mode or something. You can do something with that. Doesn't it fucking block that shit? No.
I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't. It makes it look like it is, but it's once again the data's going in.
Yeah.
Because dude, it's been well over 10, 15 years ever since Jeep came up with the firmware, and literally I think it was 60 Minutes actually even did the story on it. Literally had the dude sitting in his living room on his coffee table on a laptop. 60 Minutes reporter sitting there talking to him. His buddy's in a Jeep vehicle going down the road, and I want to say he was in Georgia is where they were at. And he was literally he had a camera guy and he had a reporter with him in the Jeep. And as they were going down the road, the guy in the living room would tell the guy going, yeah, watch, I'll roll the windows down. He literally hacked into that Jeep software and would roll the windows down, change the radio station, turn the headlights off and on. Yeah, dude, you can look that shit up. It's a 60-minute story that was out. And so it's like, and here we are, and all it's done is gotten even more. And it's like, really? And then it's no offense to people, but it's like people that talk about the phones and it's like, but how much do you do on the phone? How many apps are on that phone? Even though people are talking about, oh yeah, man, they're doing it. Just use a phone for what it's for. Just talk to people and hang up. You got to surf the internet on a damn phone.
But they've got us programmed now that this is.
They don't have you programmed. You're allowing yourself. You're allowing yourself to be programmed. See, this is one of the things that so many channels, they act like it's them, the cabal, and it is. There's some bad people, but by God, I refuse to give in to I'm being programmed.
Oh,
I'll be damned. Now, I might have been ignorant and not paid attention to what was happening, but now that I'm aware, but I'm not weak-minded enough to be programmed to do shit.
Well, yeah, I got you. I'm not like, I think you knew what I was getting at.
But I wanted to correct it. We got to get the shit back on the right.
This is, I guess it can go back to like the on-demand or the all in one society. You can do everything on these things.
Yep.
Talk to people, socialize with people, order
Dude, you
things.
can control your house with it.
Right.
You can turn your lights on.
Not just a
you
phone.
can literally go, oh, I'm pulling down the road. Let me go ahead and turn the driveway lights on. Let me unlock the door. Let me turn the air conditioner in the house on. Meanwhile, it's like, think about the concept of that. You're doing that off of a phone that's manufactured by a company. So now there's a company that knows all the internal components of this device. So there's that company. Now that company sells it to this company that's going to provide the service to talk on it. So now you have a second company involved and all the personnel that work for these companies. So you got to keep that in mind. So thousands upon tens of thousands of people have access to your shit.
Yep.
So then this provider says, well, because we're going to hit the towers of all these other providers, we're going to all have to just share this as it bounces off the tower. So now everybody can grab your shit because you're tower hopping. That's what happens. You go up and you tower hop, because there was a time when we used a lot of satellite activity. We don't use so much satellite activity anymore. They've gotten to where they shoot it up and shoot it back down to the towers. So they try to stay on a land level of umbrella effect of the signals. So everything, dude, you can kind of go out and just fine tune a damn baby monitor. Hell, I used to get a kick out of that back in the old scanner days, dude. You could take a scanner and just go park in a neighborhood somewhere and start playing around with your scanner frequency, and you'd pick up baby monitors or cell phones off when the 900. Remember when the 900 megahertz phones came out? Oh, dude, you could sit there and listen to somebody's conversation on a scanner.
Dude, I've got a handheld scanner in here, and you used to be able to pick up people's conversations on their cordless phone, dude. Yep, it was fucking hilarious. And like, dude, honestly, like some nights, because I used to, when I was younger, I lived in like, city-ish, you know. But I'd listen to the scanner on a Friday night. You'd sit out there on the front porch, literally drink and smoke and listen to the scanner and listen to all the stuff that was before a lot of the stations were, they're like blocked now. They're coded.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's just an encryption. There's actually a thing, and I probably shouldn't say it, but hell, what the hell, you know, I don't care. You can look up the device. Feel free to look it up. It's called the Flipper. Literally like the dolphin, the show. It's called the Flipper. That little bitty handheld device, it's not even as big as this phone. You can change streetlights. You can change like gas station signs.
Crosswalks.
You can access all kinds of stuff with that, because it's data. See, this is, man, that's, if the world ever wakes up to realize you got to get off of this data shit.
Right. So
whether
I know,
it's
like,
on and off or whatever it is, it's data. And now you got so many people convinced on the screen shit that what they see is reality. And all of a sudden it's like, oh man, really taking society off into Never Never Land.
I know I bring up movie references a lot, you know, but I really think that Hollywood and the entertainment industry, it correlates with real life in one way or another, right? So if y'all remember the movie Heat, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yep. So there's a scene in that movie where Robert De Niro is meeting with this guy about their next hit. And Robert De Niro asks him, like, because he's got all the numbers of all the deposits on what days and blah, 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 this whole printout. And he asks him, how do you get this information? And he goes, it's just floating around up in the air. And you just got to be able to know how to grab it. And that movie's 30 years old, right?
Yeah.
That thought process, that image that they put out there, right? Now here we are in 2023, and it is literally like that, like you're talking about. Your information is just floating around, and you just got to be able to know how to type and grab it and suck it down to these devices, and boom.
We used to use people to track you. So like if we thought you were doing something, then we would have people follow you and track you and make notes. Okay, he goes here. He's talking to this person. Mm-hmm. They would take pictures of that person and look who they are. So that was all physical. This digital shit, it ain't physical no more. You pretty much Google Maps, man. If you have a Gmail account and use Google, and I forgot, I don't know if that was Miss Emily or who it was that's talked about went riding on their bike. And who was it? Yeah, no, My Skydive 11 talked about, says they can even tell if you're driving a car, if you're on your Harley. My uncle took his bike out. Google Maps knew he was riding a motorcycle. That's it. And see, and they're passing a bill. There's Papa's. They're working on passing a bill right now to where they're going to incorporate shutting your car off. So your car is going to decide if your driving habits are unsafe, and it will shut your car down. And they're pushing to make this every vehicle after 2026 will have that incorporated into them.
Fuck, that's crazy.
So that's you're only talking 2.5 years away.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fixed. I ain't never owned a brand new vehicle in my life, and probably never will. So, until the day they completely eliminate all the older vehicles that you can physically
But
work
you're in
on.
Connecticut now, dude. Keep in mind, you're in Connecticut. Because your state's small enough, look at what California did with electric vehicles and semis at the ports. Just like that state passed a thing, and all of a sudden, them older trucks can't go into port. Well, what happens when your state all of a sudden passes a law and says, you know what, your registration, since you're going to want that older car, we're going to charge you 3 times the price. So if you pay $100 registration right now, all of a sudden you're going to pay $300 a year.
Well, you know what I'm fixing to say to that? Deuces, CT, I'm out.
Right. I'm just saying it's a possibility because once again, that's why voting local matters. Keeping local, because I don't worry about it right now in Texas so much. Hell, we're the 8th largest economy in the world. So as a state, we're kind of pretty solid as long as we stay that way. And that's another reason why I get passionate about some of this batshit crazy information on the YouTube.
I gotta go water the weeds.
Focus on the local shit. Got to stay focused. Let me scroll up in chat. What do we got here? Well, you ride Huckleberry? He is. He's lit. Dude, they still do. I had a tail for 5 years standing in my driveway. Yeah, and it's like listening in, man. They've been able to do that for decades. Matter of fact, I think that's why some of the story might be to spin about how the whole space shit isn't real. Maybe it's to keep the attention from knowing exactly what they can do from space. I mean, they can literally zoom in and read the same newspaper article you're reading. It's pretty hardcore. Shorty, what's up, Shorty? How are things on the West Coast, ma'am? Find another vehicle. I've done. Leave the phone at home. No data for me. There you go, Emily. Yeah, you notice you push that little beanie back a little bit. See, he's warming up. The hoodie's down or back around the neck. It was kind of nice to finally fire that heater up. Mm-hmm.
I got that good wood in there too. Let's see, what are we at? We're at we're about 80 degrees in here right now.
There you go. Right, my Sky says something as simple as a bonus card from your grocery store or CVS holds a ton of your information. It does. That's why, man. See, that's why they want you to sign up for the gas card, sign up for the coupon card, sign up for this, because then they're just going to collect. Because that's the new thing, man. It's all about the marketing. It's all about the data.
See, I put all that stuff, the grocery store discount cards and the Tractor Supply ones and the feed store, that's all under her name. I have one that's under my name. It's for the local hardware store, and that's under the Oakley Farm thing. But
there you go.
I mean, other than my phone, dude, I mean, I got credit cards and I got certain things, but there's a lot of things that I don't have. You know what I mean? And there's definitely more times than not where I leave my phone at home. Especially if I'm going around town or something, or if I'm going to do something that I definitely don't want nobody to know or hear about. It's just the way it is. We talked about this before, where it used to be like, crap, you broke down in the middle of the woods. It's like, oh shit, we got to walk to a phone, or you're doing something that you weren't supposed to be doing, or whatever. Now you got to like go out of your way to not leave a breadcrumb trail, I guess.
Which is almost impossible depending on what level you're at.
Right.
I mean, if you're in a serious level, they've been thermal tracking your every move you make.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know, man. How many fugitives have we had that have gotten away and escaped and all this, and it's fucking 2-3 weeks before they find them? You know what I mean? It's like, and these are nobody knows the intelligence level or survival level.
That's because, well, but think about this: if you have technology, you're not going to waste it on the trivial. Now, people down here in communities, they see their crime rates are important. You know, it means something to them because it's happening in their area. But on a big national scale, that little crime rate's trivial. Let local police figure that out. We're not going to reveal our hand to do that for this. You see what I'm saying? That's why there's shit that that's why there's shit that they listen to right now that legally they're not supposed to. They'll never disclose that they did, but what they can gather from that information, then they'll use in the next thing that then they can play that going, oh yeah, we happen to be right here when we saw this. You didn't happen to be right there. You've been listening in on the conversation and you knew that they were going to the flipping ass store, but you'll never hear that part. And it's been that way. It was that way even back whenever they would clip on little phone lines to listen in to people. What's up, Kelly? Like I talked about this a couple of years ago when the computers came out. It was all about viruses. The viruses were there was a virus wave. So, and it was malicious stuff. So it was going to go in there and destroy your hard drive. It was going to fry your computer. It was going to knock you out. So it was all about destruction. Okay. But at the same time this is going, we were having the mail marketing was still going, mail-ins, actual postal mail, snail mail. So, and then as the conversion of all this viral attack, then you had this email wave come through. And as the email wave came through, all of a sudden the paper trail marketing died off and you started getting the email marketing. And the viruses started to die off. And then the viruses became known as malware. So then it was malware. Now they're data tracking, they're cookies. And you heard this term a lot. And it shifted from viruses to malware and cookies. Yeah. Well, that's because the digital, everybody went into emails. Now it's a digital thing and you're running around with phones in your cars and damn Google watches and all kinds of shit tracking everything. So now it's just a matter of data mining. So it's like they don't even talk to you anymore. They just data mine your shit that's just gets pumped out across broadband and off of fiber. So you can literally just pull in tons of data. And then you sell it. You sell it so that then people like Google, you pay Google to become known by people. And the more you're wanting to pay, the more you're up front. You know, and this is the world that we've created all under this convenience and laziness. You know, it's like, oh, well, this will make it quicker and easier. Well, maybe we ought to step back and see, why do we need to make it quicker? Why don't we have time to make supper in the evenings? Well, because I got bills. Well, where do the bills come from? Do we have too many bills? Have we out financed ourselves? Have we made some bad decisions? Do we need to cut down? You know, do we have to have the 4 coats of Sherwin-Williams paint? Or is it okay to just have the 1 coat of paint on the inside? You know, do we have to have the actual custom ordered doorknobs on our door knocker on the front door? Or can we just go ahead and have a regular front door? You know, do we have to have the actual manicured landscape lawn? Or can we actually go out and maybe mow and weed eat our own grass? So there's so many things when you look at how we got here. That's why I got a thing about the program thing. It's like, I don't know, man, because I was just as bad. You take the ease of use and you kind of go, yeah, that makes it a little bit easier. Yeah.
Can I hold you on that real quick before I go squirrel and forget about it? Right. So I agree with what you said, but do you also think that point that where we've gotten to that has also what's kept this country going, right? It's kept people working. It's kept new businesses starting, whether it's, you know, a new landscape company to keep that new development looking pristine, right? Or the handyman like me who goes and puts that fancy Bluetooth fingerprint doorknob on somebody's house. You know what I mean? So like, yes, we've fallen into that, but it's also helped keep everybody going, right? That want and need for this this type of people keep the other people going. Does that make
But
sense?
what if instead of installing the fingerprint scanner, you were being hired to come in and redo the front door or redo the trim around the windows because it's actual hands-on woodwork type stuff? See, because it's the
Right.
ease. That's why I get what you're saying, that yeah, it's created some, because you have people that specialize, but I think we gave up more than we picked up.
Right.
So I think we probably could have still had people doing their businesses, and because you still could have landscaped if the person wasn't, how do I say this? So if a person was like if I'm out on my farm and I'm farming, so I'm plowing and I'm doing some fields and I'm going to do, so I have something and I think, well, but I need the front around the house tended to. So now I hire you to come and tend to my landscaping around the house because I'm going to focus still on this. See, that's a different mindset to me. But I think where we're at nowadays is what we have people that went down and got their fucking penny loafers and their slacks, and they invested in some shares and crypto kind of shit. So now they have money in a bank. So they just go sit on a boat in the lake and they want to pay somebody to tend to their house. And to me, that's a different mindset. I'm not knocking it. Do you, boo? But I'm just saying that I think that the quality of people changed when we did that. But when we went from that guy that's putting more work into his family ground or work or whatever, and he's hiring somebody to pick up some slack that he needs, that's different than somebody that's just played the monetary game and then gotten to where, oh, I don't have to tend to that. So I got money, bam. Yeah. I think that creates a different mindset. I think that's why wealthy elite people don't think like we do, because they don't have to worry about bills. They don't have to worry about any of that. And so they don't even entertain that. Their brain's occupied with a bunch of other shit.
Well, I think it comes back into like the old saying of like, it takes all kinds. And that's kind of an umbrella statement in which like, right. So like, and I can only speak of on what I can relate to, where I have both ends of the spectrum for customers. As one that I installed this doorknob for, they literally hired me to like hang pictures on the wall, right? Because they don't, like you said, they don't have to worry about bills. They don't ask me how much it's gonna be. It's, I need this done. Come do it. Tell me how much. She writes it out, whatever it is. Doesn't worry about it, right?
See,
Then
and there was a time when there was a time, Hillbilly, when that wouldn't have bothered me until I see where we are now. And the only reason that bothers me is because those are the people that are disconnected with the backbone of America, because they don't get it.
Agreed. But then I have the other end, right? A job I did a few weeks ago where I went in and repaired and did a bunch of work to this lady's chicken coop to improve the life of her chicken. Her focus was the chickens, the eggs, the life of the chickens, and that whole mindset, right?
Yeah.
So you get both ends of it. But like, I don't know, the ratio of which side, either end is, I think it's definitely leaning towards the higher end. You know what I mean? Of the not focusing on the bigger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was looking, Rabbit said, well, I guess I'm disconnected from society then. I don't know if that was on me, but I think that's, I don't think you're wealthy enough.
But like I make my living off of those people. You know what I mean? But I'm not, I don't judge them. Hey, you can't do this. There's a lot of things that I can't do that I may have to hire somebody to do. You know what I mean? So
that's why I'm not meaning it like in a bashing way. There is a certain level that is so spoiled,
sure.
And it's that. And then on the other side, you have the handout side of people. So between that, and I think that the middle class is what's stuck in the middle. You have the ones that don't put anything into anything, but yet they want everything. And then you have the ones that don't have to do anything, and they just expect other people to tend to that. And I think that's the disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have middle America. You have the backbone that does paychecks, that does a supper, that does the family, that budgets this, that budgets that, and looks at things in a different set of lenses.
Yep.
Anti got some kind of paragraph thing up there. What is that? It's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat, but the man worthwhile is the man who can smile when his shorts are too tight in the seat. All right, hey. It's a wedgie for the win.
I think I get what that means. I don't know. I'm a little stoned right now.
Well, see, Rabbit's talking about how he worked his ass off to be able to just say, fix this, and then pay him. And that's a different mindset. It's
Right.
like, I mean, I paid people to try to level the house. Now, that didn't come out so good, but and I don't really do so good with other shit, but I think that if you don't, okay, here we go. So I think that if you become wealthy, like if you're comfortable financially and everything because you basically worked and you managed your money and you didn't live outside your means, and so you were able to stockpile that, and then that's like, to me, like the ultimate American dream. This is what you do. It's the people that didn't earn that money. And to me, I'm not a fan of stocks and shares and fake ass Bitcoin shit. I don't think you put any effort into that money. And so I don't view the value and the money that people have achieved based off of that as real money. I mean, granted it is, but it doesn't have the value, the weight to it that somebody that worked, for 20 or 30 years and stashed that little bit of money. They and I don't know how to say it other than they earned that right now. They didn't just take advantage. It's kind of like winning the lottery. I mean, that's cool and all, and that's awesome. Yeah, you gave a $5 ticket and bam, all of a sudden you got $2 million. That's awesome. I don't think you're going to respect that $2 million as much as that guy that just worked for the last 15 years, 20 years, and stashed that money to the side and grew interest on that, so that whenever he finally retired, he now has that $2 million. I think he's going to see his $2 million different than that lottery $2 million. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the disconnect.
All the people that go broke,
more people are doing the lottery thing.
If you worked your ass off for that money, I guarantee you wouldn't go broke in a year. Or when you win the lottery and you spend all that money and you're bankrupt in a year. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Well, because it's no different than, think about the care of vehicles, man. When you were a kid and you bought your vehicle, your first vehicle, dude, that was like the treasured thing because it was your first vehicle and you put the work in to get it. So all of a sudden that means more to you. If I got to go put in, the 60 hours a week for, 8 months and it's to get to this goal to buy that now means more to me than something if somebody just drives by and go, hey, you want one of these? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to take care of it as much, because you didn't put in as much. When you put in, there's something about putting blood, sweat, and tears into something that it connects you to it. It makes it yours.
Absolutely.
Rabbit, I agree. Many people aren't going to
have the ability. I'm fixing to go make some breakfast and get some stuff done here. So peace out.
Deuces, man.
I'll probably be listening on the phone. But chat,
Alrighty.
have a good day. Go do something.
Peace. Tiger said, Chris and I both we're making decent money. It's getting less decent all the time. That's it. And I'm not knocking anybody, man. I mean, it's whatever. It's just my 2 cents. I just think that the harder you try for something, then the more you have invested in it. And I think the more it stays to the forefront of your thoughts, the more it stays on your heart. It's kind of like kids. There's never a more direct connection than kids. And so kids always maintain a direct connection to our hearts because they're ours. And I think it's that way with anything else. I think you build your home, you care about your home more. You work and you buy that vehicle and pay it off, you care more about that vehicle. Emily says, valuing what you have versus a disposable mindset. Exactly. He says, since you brought it up, why would you not fix? Well, I'm going to try to fix the leveling thing. So there you go, little girl. I have my one debt yet to pay. Engines ain't cheap. Other than that, I'll be debt free again in about 3 more months. There you go, Rabbit. See, that's the thing, man. And that's, if I could give, and I'd do it with my kids, man, is that financial. Don't get caught up in all that. Got to buy this, need that, upgrade this, upgrade that. And exactly, Tiger, when you have to struggle for something, you appreciate it more. That's it. The view on top of that mountain is a little bit sharper and a little bit crisper when you have to work to climb up to it than when you're just plopped down on top. My Skydive 11 says, I was raised to work hard for what you need or want. If you don't have the money to pay for it, you didn't work hard enough. That's it. Well, and you got to put your priorities. You got to really, you can't get influenced in your priorities. And I think that happens a lot to us. I think we get influenced by advertisement and stuff. And Anthony, if you take care of things, they will last longer unless made in China, right? Let's see, what are we at? We're at 2 hours, 43 minutes. And 42 of you wonderful people in here. You mother cluckers. What's up, Bug Out Bushido? What's up, man? How you been? Doing good? I don't know if you're at work or not, or you want to come up. If you do, you just holler at me. I'll send you a link. Middle says, if we don't have the money to get what we want, we just don't buy it until we can afford it, simply. Right? By the way, Bushido, I saw you where you were doing the co-hosting kind of thing with old Risky Krisky. That was pretty cool. That dude cracks me up. That laugh he's got, dude, that high pitched laugh are just, oh no, man, he's something else. He's a trip. Hey, morning, Leslie. Let's get some stuff. Winter rides in the garden. Right on. What's up, cigar prepper? Don't be a slave to the system. That's it. That's why, man, financial, that's where I think most of the errors happen, is bad financial decisions for whatever reason, reaching for the ring, following the neighbor, trying to keep up with some whatever, but making bad financial decisions is what puts the boot on you. So the boot on the neck comes from bad financial decisions. Bushido said, at work has always, sadly, half my life I spent in the monkey prison. Oh yeah, Chris, I figured out that I accidentally sabotaged everything. Yeah, you didn't sabotage it. He cracks me up more. He's something else. Because I think that that's how that's how then they break you in a way, because you step into that financial realm, you get so bombarded to where then you end up at the rent-a-center kind of thing, and you've been pushed onto that scale without ever really realizing it, where if you just focus on the simple things in your life, then you're not opening the doors for all that other crap to come in and grab a hold. Lady Smith said, have to boogie, get out and back to it. Thanks, Rescue. Best always. Yes, ma'am. Much love. Make it a great day. Smile. I'll be able to feel that smile from here. But it's just, I think, because I think that's where the main dilemma comes in, is bad financial. And so then it puts you in certain areas. That in the metropolitan areas, man. I get it. If people like living in the cities, then, but clean it up. Don't like living in the city the way it is. That's a jacked up mindset. Oh man. Well, I was sure hoping to light my little brush pile on fire, and I was hoping to get out and do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do in here. I need to try to get a little area cleaned up and set up my little CNC machine, and maybe I can start doing something on it. Watch, about the time I start using it, shit'll break on it, and then it's like, well, okay, that's that. Having an emergency come up that exceeds your emergency fund is a common way for people to get in debt. Oh, that's what did us in, Emily. That's what did us in. I wasn't planning when we had the kids, and then it was just life. And it's like, over the years, I made really good money. Oh, hell, when this kind of kicked in a few years back, and I was sitting down, I told her, I kind of sat and thought about it, and that's when it really started to kind of hit me on just how easy you do things. It's like, oh, well, the radiator went out. Okay, well, I'll buy a radiator and put it in. And, oh, well, while you're doing that, oh, man, I went in there and the freezer's now out. It's like, well, shit, don't have quite enough for the radiator and the freezer. So now all of a sudden you end up with the small loan. Well, before you pay the small loan off, then the tires went out. So now you need new tires. And it's like, oh, shit. And it just, yep, that's how it happens. Living in the city is sharing your space with 500,000 strangers. Well, and I get it, man. If people like that vibe, I get it, but I don't understand how people have ever stacked up and then you let it become like that. That is so crazy. Open up my account as suggestion. Yes, rescue. It is, because I can totally, man. That's or how about this? Yeah, you got to meet the deductible because, well, one of the kids is now sick or something's wrong about the same time as the tires went out, about the same time that the freezer went out. And then, oh, damn, the air conditioner went out and it's 100 degrees outside, you know. Meanwhile, you're trying to still maintain everything. And so you just work and you just do, and you don't really pay attention to going, well, hold on, wait a minute. Let's make a decision. Let's make a change. So try to avoid that, you know, let's give up a little comfort here to do this. Nope, still maintaining everything, you know. So you got the damn direct TV shit and 400 channels of bullshit. You know, oh, well, that bill's that. And you just keep adding on. And that's how they get you. See, that's how they pitch you to is, oh, come borrow this money. Look, you only got to pay $25 a week. Never mind, you're going to pay $25 a week for the next 10 years. And it's like, but I just wanted to borrow $500. Yeah, here you go, man. You know, people born in the city don't know any different. But I'll be so happy when we can finally get out of here and get on our land. Oh, wait. See how fast that jumped? Hell, I literally was reading and went into somebody else's paragraph. So Bushido said, people born in the city don't know any difference. Once you get out of the city, you can't ever go back. Yeah, once you break free of the cattle pens, you don't ever want to get pinned back up. Tiger says, I like being in the neighborhood we live in the city, but I'll be so happy when we finally get out of here and on our land. That's it, Tiger. Amen, Skydive. See, that's where that phrase comes from. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. And seeing it's like everything else, that phrase gets said enough to where it gets deflated. And so you just subliminally, you're just slowly giving into stuff. And it's because of rhetoric. And I think that's why maybe I get so passionate about some of the disconnected rhetoric that gets talked about, because it's, you know, I know people don't mean it that way, but it's just, man. Some of these credit cards interest are at 24, 33% right now. How in the hell do people afford that shit? Well, that's because, well, what it is, I think, Rabbit, is they don't realize that when they make that minimum payment of, you know, $50, that $45 of that $50 payment was interest, that only $5 went to the principal. And so they'll do it in the balance. They'll just see it and then they'll use it again and it'll go back up. And see, and then they get adapted to that payment cycle. So then that becomes an accustomed cost. I think that's the problem with the thinking. Kelly says, I'm so sore this morning for some reasons. Oh, it gets bad. I guess I'm getting old. Well, and you've probably been doing a lot more moving around since y'all are now at your new place and getting out and doing stuff. And did y'all go fishing this weekend? Did you do a little bit more than normal? Mm-hmm. My ex's family used to chase checks with checks. Stupidity. Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time. Credit cards are a form of modern day slavery. Well, it's that they play on that convenience, you know, and you don't have to take them. And that's why I try to just change. That's why it's the way it gets said. I think the more people realize that you have a choice, it's a tough choice, but you have a choice. It breaks that mold. It breaks that mindset. You know, it's a choice. If you step into that, you know, there's a reason why you just don't jump off the boat out in the middle of the ocean. The odds of survival are slim, so you don't do it. Well, the more people become more accustomed to the debt thing, then they would stop getting into so much deep debt. I think it would also change the dynamics of everything. I think we would end up with so much cheap bullshit outsourced products. I don't know, man. let's see, we're 2 hours, 54 minutes, 55 minutes actually. So right at 3 hours. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, the only time zone that really matters. I'm thinking of throwing some biscuits in the oven. Throw some biscuits in the oven, maybe some eggs in the skillet. Do some eggs and biscuits. Excuse me. Yeah, and I noticed Mayhem. He released something this morning. Kind of felt, but I didn't know he was. I didn't see nothing last night when I scheduled this. But then again, I was planning on burning my little brush pile. That didn't happen. Instead, it's all rainy and muddy out there. Got the mud hole. Anthony says, almost 50, have never had my own personal credit card. If I can't afford to pay cash, so just wait till I can. That's what you do, Anthony. That's how you stay out of that stuff and you save your money. And then, some things you think you need, you really don't need, and you save that money. And if anything, I would say get land, invest in some land, nice time to be on the net. I'm not much of a YouTube surfer. At first I was, and I used to try to go to all the different channels, but I got to say here lately, it's like, no, I really got no desire. There you go, Rabbit. Rabbit says, I got 9 credit cards. Don't use them other than for monthly bills that get auto paid. Helps keep the score up. But the Black Primer has a 50K limit. It's the emergency only card. Why do I get the feeling I'm about to get my ass? I ain't going to kick your ass. Tiger says, we are getting out from our debt slowly. Having to get our truck this year really set us back, but we have learned to cut a lot of other things back. Man, that's so, yeah. That is, oof. Yeah. Oh, let me give you the website. I don't need no website. Let's see. Teach my son how to use a credit card to his advantage. Monkey see, monkey do. That's it. My son built his credit up that way. I know this fixed income shit's for the birds, man. That's why I wish I had just need to get set up. Maybe I could do something. I don't know. Wish I had my tools again. Life's full of a wish list, though. All righty, Kelly. You and Rambo, y'all make it a good day. Is it raining up there, by the way, on y'all? Are y'all getting some of this rain? I'm glad we got it. We needed it, but now it keeps me from going outside. That kind of sucks. I was hoping to clean up my brush pile. You too, Kelly. Yep. I appreciate y'all starting your week off with me. It's been cool hanging out. I'll try to come up with some kind of format, a little bit, maybe get some guests and kind of schedule some stuff. And then that way, because I got to say, some days I know there's so much y'all are interested in, and I don't know how else to say this. And there's just so much that I don't really give a shit. And I'm trying to learn how to give a shit. So it's changing my perspective. I'm not trying to change y'all's. I'm trying to change mine. So there's so much stuff so it's kind of helpful when other people are up and talking. Otherwise, I feel just kind of lost sometimes because it's like, I really ain't got nothing to say. I'm more of a responsive kind of guy. But I appreciate y'all always being here. Appreciate y'all hanging out. It's been fun and it's been real and it's even been really fun. This week I have to do a security course, but after that, maybe I can hop on one the next week. Hell, that'd be rock on, Bushido. Hell yeah, man. I miss shooting the shit with you, brother. But I'm glad things are going good. But I appreciate y'all. So make your day a good day. Just always keep in mind the way you decide to handle the situation is fully in your control. You know what I'm saying? It's always the choice is yours. Appreciate you.
I ain't here tomorrow. If the good Lord says it's my time to go, I don't see that morning sunset. There's some things I need for you to know. The truck is yours if you want it. It'll run forever if you treat it right. When you think of me on some back road, that's because I'm right there by your side. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Don't let life turn bitter. Don't be ashamed about your head. Take it easy on the liquor. Remember what it did to your granddad. Yeah, you're gonna get your heart broke, but a couple of tears don't make you weep. Gonna find that girl God made just for you. Knows what he's doing, wait and see. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Hey, everybody, make your day a good day. Remember, the choice is up to you. Peace.